Okay, morning, children.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay. The last class we discussed about the arguments in favor of democracy, isn't it? Gauri? Gauri?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Gauri, which all the arguments we studied? How many arguments?
Ma'am.
How many merits we studied?
Five. Ma'am, we studied 5.
A little bit louder, child.
Ma'am, we studied 5.
Okay, we explained and detailed. We studied how
Ma'am,
many
we
points?
studied 5 merits.
Okay, 5 merits. Then how many we explained in
1
detail?
point. 1.
One, which was that?
A democracy government is better because they are elected by the people.
They are elected by the people. Like that we studied. Is it correct?
Because it is more accountable.
Srihari, is it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
It is because of the government is elected by the people?
No, ma'am, it's because they are more accountable.
Yes, that term must be there, Gauri. Because the government is accountable to the people. If they are elected by, it is not because they are elected by the people. It is because a democratic government is better because it is more accountable form of government. It is the account. Devasena, can you explain what do you mean by an accountable form of government? Devasena? Devasena, Kshetra, Emerin, Sania, Lakshmi, Karthik, Anthony, Shahun, all of you turn on your videos. Devasena is not there. Okay, Anjali? Accountable form of government. Anjali, any problem in the audio? I can't hear. I can't hear you. Atulya?
Responsible form of government.
Atulya, I can't hear properly.
Responsible form of government.
A little bit louder, child.
Responsible form of government.
That means it's a responsible form of government. And can you explain it?
In China, there was a famine, scarcity of food. Many people died in that famine. And during those days, India also was having famine badly than China. But India was able to recover from that scarcity of food.
Yes,
It
Dulya,
was
the
not
answer is correct because in China and India, both the countries affected a famine in between the period of 1958 to 61. But the China was severely affected than India, isn't it? The government approach, the Chinese government approach and the Indian government approach is entirely different. Because in India, the government is more responsible to the people. So the experts have an opinion that if there is a opposition party or the media have the freedom to criticize the government, the famine in the China will not be so worse. Okay, Melita, you have network problem. Okay. So that is the first point we discussed. It is more accountable form of government. Children, when the note is ending or after a class, you must revise it. In the especially in social, each and every line from the textbook became a question. So after every class, only that what you want to study we are taking here. So you must study that there is no option, there is no one question answers are given to write, because each and every line from the textbook become a question for the exam. So you must study the textbook proper. Each and every chapter you must thorough with that. Anjali, audio problem. Okay, I know. So after every class, you must revise the topics proper. And in between, if you have any doubt, you can contact me. The next day asking the question, don't be like this, okay? Then the second important merit of a democratic form of government is democracy improves the quality of decision making. Second important feature of democracy is democracy improves the quality of decision making. The second important feature or merit or a pros of democracy is it improves the quality of decision making. First one is it is an accountable form of government. Second one is it improves the quality in decision making. As we know, democracy is based on consultations and discussions. Democracy is based on consultations and discussions, and a democratic decision involves many people. They discuss and they will conduct various meetings and they are able to point out the possible mistakes. So in a democratic form of government, it is based on fully on consultations and discussions. Before taking a decision, a lot of discussions and this will be going on. A lot of consultations will be there in a democratic form of government. And the decisions are always involve many people. They will discuss, they will conduct meetings, and they are able to point out the mistakes. If there is any mistakes from the part of government, they are able to point it out. This may take time. So as we know, if there is a group of discussions are going on, it will take time, but the advantages, it helps to reduce the irresponsible decisions. So it may take time, it will take time because it is based on consultation, discussions, meetings, before taking a decision, a lot of discussions, a lot of meetings, and all the things will be there, but it is a time-taking process. But the advantages, it helps to reduce the irresponsible decisions because it is a time-taking decision and different heads are put together, so different opinions will be there. It helps to reduce the mistakes. So the final decision may help to become very good. It helps them to take a very good decision and it helps to reduce the irresponsible decisions. Clear? So the second point is democracy improves the quality of decision making. Second point is democracy improves the quality of decision making. How it helps to improve the quality in decision making? Children, first you listen here, then you write. When I am saying and you are writing, you will not get the concept. Okay? So the first important is democracy improves the quality in decision making. Then the question is how it helps to improve the quality in decision making. In democracy, it is based on consultations and discussions. Democracy is based on consultations and discussions. So a democratic decision, it always involves many people. Discussions, meetings, and they are able to point out. If there is any mistakes in the decision, they are able to point it out. The mistakes. When the discussions are going on, they can point out these are the important mistakes. But it will take time. It is a time-consuming process. But the advantages, it helps to reduce the irresponsible decisions. It helps to reduce the irresponsible decision. That's the second important merit of democracy. That is, democracy improves the quality of decision making. Through a lot of discussions and consultation, various meetings are there and different heads are put together for taking a decision. So different opinions will be there, and all this help to reduce the irresponsible decisions. Clear? Any doubt? Do anybody want to explain it once more?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
It's clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's the second point. And third one is, democracy provides a method to deal with differences and conflict. So the third one is, it helps us to deal with differences and conflicts. Democracy helps us to deal with differences and conflicts. Then, that best example is in the case of India. You know that India is a country with, there is a term we are using to explain India is unity in diversity. Have you heard about it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What do you mean by unity in diversity? Why we are saying like that India?
Because India has a lot of religions and different type of people. So even when we have different type of religions, we stay together in unity. So we say unity in diversity.
Yes, very good. Very good answer. So that is, it helps us to deal with differences. In the case of India itself, as we know, India is a country with different languages, different religion, different culture and all. See, if there is only a one party is there or a majority is ruling the country, what will be the condition? It will always lead to conflict, isn't it? There may be a majority, superiority or minority majority conflict will be there. So it will create a lot of problems there. But a country like India, we adopted a democratic form of government. So it helped to provide only peaceful solution to all these problems. It helped to reduce the conflict. Different religion is there, different caste is there, different languages is there, and all the things are entirely different. India is a country with unity in diversity. From Kashmir to Kanyakumari, the people's culture is entirely different. But we adopted a democratic form of government. It helped to reduce the conflict among these groups. Because in a democracy, no one will become a permanent winner or a loser. Okay, so each of the people, each category will get a chance to be elected. And it helped to reduce the conflict. In some places, we also give reservations. For some particular caste and all, we are giving reservation to enhance their participation in the election also. So a democratic form of government helps to deal with differences. In any society, people are bound to have differences of opinion and interest. As we know, even though when we are taking a class itself, different people, different opinions are there. Then you think about a country like India, we have different opinions and different interests. But the people belong to different regions, speaks different language, practice different religions and having different castes. So when we are taking from the beginning from Jammu Kashmir to Kanyakumari, that there is different regions, different languages, different caste and different cultures. So if the conflict will be there, if the power is in a single hand, suppose if a majority language minority group is ruling the country, they will create conflict. Or on the basis of religion, they are trying to suppress the others, it will create conflict. but that would lead to resettlement and unhappiness. Different groups may not be able to live together for long in such a way. If there is conflict there, if there is a minorities and the majority is there, it will lead to a lot of conflict. But democracy provides only a peaceful solution to difference. Children, can you see the board?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So the democracy provides the only peaceful solution to differences and conflicts. In a democracy, no one is a permanent winner or a permanent loser. Different groups can live with one another peacefully. That is an important feature of democracy. So the different groups can live peacefully in a democratic country. So how we will explain the point? Democracy is a method to deal with differences and conflict. This we can explain with the example of a country like India. In India itself, we know there is different regions are there, religions are there, caste, language, and all the things are here. But the preference of one group, if we are giving more preference to one group, it will lead to a clash with other groups. If we are giving a dominance to a particular language or particular religion, it will create a clash in the society. It will lead to a riot in the society. But if we are following a democratic form of government, there is no permanent winner or permanent loser in a democracy. Everyone will get an equal chance to be elected. So the different groups can live with another peacefully. Clear? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt? The 2 points we discussed, one is Arun, which is the first point?
My first point, it helps us to deal with the difference and conflicts.
Arun, use the chat box. You can type. That is good. If your audio has some problem, you can use the chat box. So first point. It helps us to deal with differences. Yes, it helps us to deal with differences. The second point is Sania. Sania. Yes, Sania itself. Sania Jinu. Unmute.
Democracy.
Ah.
Democracy improves the quality of decision making.
That's the first point. Second one.
Democracy helps us to deal with differences and conflicts.
Differences and conflicts. Democracy helps to deal with differences and conflicts. Yes. So the 2 points are clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt?
Yes, no, ma'am.
No doubts,
So
ma'am.
we can discuss the third point. Fourth one, that is democracy enhance the dignity of the citizens. Democracy enhance the dignity of the citizen. What do you mean by enhance the dignity? It enhances the dignity of the citizen. That we studied in India, we are adopted the universal adult franchise, isn't it? Political equality is there. One person, one vote, and one value. Each vote have the same value. So democracy is based on the principle of political equality. Democracy is based on the principle of political equality, on recognizing that the poorest and the least educated has the same status as the rich and the educated. You know that in the case of India, there is no difference between a layman and the richest person because their status is same. in the case of voting right itself, in the case of voting right itself, in the case of voting right itself, we know there is political equality there, because we consider each and every person have the same value. In India, those who completed political equality can be explained with the help of the one person, one vote, one value. That ensure the political equality there. There is no difference between the richest man and the poorest man. Each one of them have the equal right to vote. So in a democracy, enhance the dignity of the citizen. There is no difference between the rich, whether you are rich, whether you are educated, whether you are illiterate, whether you are poor. There is no difference like that. In India, we are focusing on the political equality. A democratic country give more emphasis to political equality. It helps to enhance the dignity of the citizen. So the third one is democracy enhances the dignity of citizens. Third point is democracy enhance the dignity of the citizens. It is based on the principle of political equality. It is based on the principle of political equality. There is no difference between an educated person or an uneducated, or a rich person and a poor person. That is the fourth one. Democracy is based on the principle of political equality. On recognizing that the poorest and the least educated has the same status as the rich and the educated. There is no difference between the poor person or the rich person, educated person or the uneducated. People are not subject of a ruler, they are the rulers themselves. In a democratic country, the people are electing their representatives. So they are the rulers. The final rulers were the people. It is not the ruler. And even when they make mistakes, they are responsible for their conduct. See, if the ruling party is doing any corruption or any mistakes, they are responsible to the people. So the next time the people have the right whether they want to select them or not. So the democracy enhance the dignity of the citizens. How the democracy enhance the dignity of the citizens? First one is it ensure political equality. Second one is the people are not subject of a ruler, they are the rulers themselves. In a democratic country, people are the rulers. Then the last one is when they make mistakes, they are responsible for their conduct. If the ruling party is doing any mistakes, the party is responsible, the ruling or the government is responsible to the people. So the democracy enhance the dignity of the citizen. So we can once again, we can go through the 3 points we studied today. Point is improved quality of decision making. Democracy, it is based off consultations and discussions. So a democratic decision always involves many persons, discussions and meetings. So when a number of people put their heads together, they are able to point out the possible mistakes in any decision. And this takes time, but the big advantage is it will make only the good decisions. It will have a less chance for irresponsible decisions. So this reduces the chance of rash or irresponsible decision. The second point is deal with differences. In any society, people are bound to have differences of opinion and interest. So the people belong to different regions, speak different languages, practice different religions and have different castes. So the conflict can be solved by brute. If it is not a democratic country, it will lead to conflict. But In a democratic country, different groups of people are living together because there is no permanent winner or a permanent loser in a democratic form of government, and different groups can live with one another peacefully. Then it enhancing the dignity of the citizen. It is based on the principle of political equality. There is no difference between an educated person or an uneducated person, or the rich and the poor. So the people are not subject to a ruler, they are the rulers themselves. And even when they make mistakes, they are responsible for the people. So it helps to enhance the dignity of the people. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Doubt?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt?
No.
So we studied the 4 features of democracy. I hope it's clear to you. Next class, study well and come. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Children, before
Thank you, ma'am.
attendance. Okay, thank you.